Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You really like that? Let's shut up and grab some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday morning here inside the studio. Got a great one planned for you guys today. Obviously, Alabama's offense was kind of a machine going into this weekend. Against South Carolina, an absolute machine, right? They go through four games against four ranked opponents: Alabama, Tennessee, Missouri, Vanderbilt, and they get through all of it relatively unscathed on the offensive side of the football, and then they look like not so great against South Carolina this past weekend. I would argue they struggled at times against Tennessee, but that's a really, really great defense. They turn around this weekend, look kind of sloppy for the first half, and in the second half, find ways to win this football game, guys. And I think over the years, at least over the last year and a half, Alabama has struggled with two things. One, speed rush. Anybody that can speed rush them can get around these tackles and impact the quarterback and impact the passing game. And that's exactly what we saw on Saturday night. And we'll show you that here from South Carolina. But the other thing, since DeBoer's been there, is like a real strugglesome effort to be efficient in traditional running back carries. All right, when they hand the ball to the running back in the last year and a half, they have not been consistently efficient. Okay, when we talk about efficiencies on these offense or on this channel, we're talking about running for 4.5, 5 yards a clip. I'm not talking about 8, 9, 10 yards a clip. I'm talking about managing to be able to be efficient. So when we run the ball on 1st and 10, we're in 2nd and 5 and not in 2nd and 8. They've been in 2nd and 8 a lot, and that's why in this football game, they basically resorted to dropping back 45 times. Not basically, that's what they did. Had 43 pass attempts, and he was sacked twice. Math tells me that's 45 dropbacks. I think they ran the ball 23 times. They have chosen to become a passing football team in these games in which they are inefficient. And honestly, it sounds a lot like Georgia last year, where Georgia couldn't run the ball efficiently. So they started throwing the football a lot because 5 yards in a cloud of dust with my quarterback playing on time is a lot more efficient than 2 yards in a cloud of dust. We can't move them off the line. Do we all understand that? Hey, we got a couple of rules around here. If you learn anything about the game of football over the next 30 minutes, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All right, going to be quick today for you folks. This is our fourth film study already this week, our third or fourth film study here on the network. So make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you like, subscribing, rate, review, and all that good stuff. Going to just watch the second half for you guys, and really the important football plays in the second half, like this one right here. It's 3rd and 3. Again, we talked yesterday in the Texas film study about getting into attackable counts as an offensive coordinator. This is certainly an attackable count here on 3rd and 3. And I'm going to tell you what, again, for the last better part of 2 years, I felt like they have really, really struggled with speed rush, all right? Speed rush, speed rush, speed rush. And this might be one of the best in the country at doing it, and that's Dylan Stewart. Great job by Ty Simpson of stepping up into the pocket, right? We want to go north. We never want to go back, right? We want to go up. We never, ever, ever want to go back. It's a bad habit I'm seeing from young quarterbacks lately. It's just, we're getting rushed. The edges are almost spin out. No, the hell you are not. You are not spinning out. You're going to step up like Ty does right here. And then if we want to get out, let's get out flat down the line of scrimmage, right? If we want to get out, let's get out flat down the line of scrimmage so we can continue to keep our eyes downfield. Great job by the wide receiver working back to the football as well. Felt like this was a huge 3rd down conversion in the start of the second half. This is what I'm talking about. What is this? Who shoots all 22 like this? What is this? Now I got to switch films. What is this nonsense? Nobody watches tape like that. All right, now, this one doesn't impact the outcome of the football game, I don't think, because you get them off the field here in a couple of plays. But when you play Alabama and we got interceptions that hit our belly, we're going to lose those football games. I don't care if it directly impacts this one, but if we got short yardage situations in which the quarterback fumbles the football against Alabama, you're going to lose those football games. Do we all understand? If we have opportunities, I thought Vandy epitomized this the best last year when Vandy beat Alabama. Beat their ass on third down. Beat their ass on fourth down, right? Got them in the red zone every single time they got them down there. Like, you have to dominate the criticals. You have to take away every possession that they hand you and keep it when they try to take it away from you. Do we all understand that? This is Ala-frickin-Bama. You guys have watched SEC football for a long time. We've got to make these plays. All right, we're in cover 3. Deep hole safety makes a great play. All right, quarterback putting the ball at risk for an unknown reason here on 2nd and short. Why are we putting this ball at such risk? I don't know. All right, so bad decision by the quarterback. That being said, got to make this play, safety. Got to make this play. This ball hits you right in the wickets. We got an opportunity for this place to go bananas right about now if we make this play. Back aborts the fake because he thinks he's getting pressured. Do you see that, Jonathan? Back's supposed to go this way, but he sees Mike fires, so he's aborting the fake is what we call that, and he's immediately getting into the gap so he can take the mic as he needs. Sometimes when you see that as a non-educated observer, you might think he went the wrong way. You know, he did not. I mean, so here's my thing about 2. All right, it's a deep over. That ball's in his fingertips right now. His feet are still in the grass. I don't know if you can see that at home. But here's my problem. He's very much so Jim Edmonds to me. And if you've ever watched baseball, you'll know who Jim Edmonds is. He's a multi-time Gold Glover, arguably a Hall of Fame defensive player in center field. But he used to do this thing where he would get underneath the football or baseball, and he could easily basket catch it. But instead, he wants to be on ESPN Top 10, so he dives and times it out to where he can dive. This is different for me because I don't think he trusts his hands. I think that's why he wants to put his body on everything. So when we have a ball like this, and we should just put our pinkies together, and we should trap that football and catch it into our chest, we're going to throw our chest in front of it, which means we're going to dive like that every time. And I just see this kid not trusting his hands quite often. And it's really unfortunate because I really don't know what the answer is with regards to getting out of the drops, right? Getting rid of the drops. This is a ball and a half right here by Ty Simpson. Here's my thing, again, for the 900th time. The 900th time with this guy. And honestly, I am not one to ever criticize Glenn Schumann. I think he's insanely good at what he does. That being said, I've watched Caden Proctor. He's literally going to get ran around right here. He's not going to get touched. He's going to get ran around. I watched Glenn Schumann avoid this matchup like the plague in their matchup. I don't know why. Because I've seen for years now, we don't even have to touch him. We can just run around him. You know what I mean? Like, we just run it a 9-yard loop and we'll get home. And that's exactly what happens. And we damn near have a strip sack fumble, and we still find a way to put the ball. You see what I'm saying with the feet? We just die our feet. We throw our chest and body in front of whatever we can, and now we have no way to catch that football. But I kid you not, we're literally just running around the left tackle. I said on Sunday's show that I felt like Alabama played their worst game to date since Florida State, and they found ways to get out of it, like this right here. This is an uncharacteristic drop for this football team. I don't think this football team has done anything but make these types of plays all year long. It's an NFL throw. Safety's doing a great job sinking into the low hole. All right, we're going to get smacked right here, but it's a short yardage situation, and we're trying to put the ball into a tight window. I mean, whether it was Ryan Williams against Georgia when, Kyron Jones lit his ass up on third down, whether you name it. In this season, Alabama football players have made these catches. All these tight zone throws that he's making, all these, Isaiah Horton going up in cover 2, snatching it down before a corner hits him. All this stuff is playmaking ability that I felt like they had in the first several weeks, and we're out here dropping this ball. This is not a questionable decision. This was the decision the quarterback had to make all right, in order for us to play on time and ahead of schedule, okay? He's throwing into another really, really tight window, right? Over these guys, under these guys, make a damn play tight end. I felt like they made that play right there 100% of the time in the last 7 weeks. Agree or disagree, Jonathan?
Agree.
And they putting it on the turf. It's an uncharacteristic performance from this football team, in my opinion. Now, it was forced by South Carolina's defense. They're doing a lot of great stuff with regards to pass rush, but, man, you are not like this right here. You are not telling me, in my opinion, that this was the best version of Alabama, because I don't think it was. I don't think anybody's hitting this stunt harder and quicker right now in college football than Dylan Stewart. Covers so much ground. We got these two guys working this way, and he's going to work around. All right, we're covering so much ground. The only way for this to happen, or us to get this traded off, is right now if the right tackle starts to alert, hey, twist, 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 games, stunt, stunt, stunt. You have got to absolutely slam that defensive end down so we can bump that guard. That guard has to slam into that linebacker so we can get the center off to the defensive end. It's never going to happen. All right, it doesn't happen fast enough. It never will, because Dylan Stewart's an avatar. Look how no wasted steps here from Dylan Stewart. Sells the speed rush upfield, sticks that outside foot in the ground, all right, and gets back inside. 1, 2, 3, boom. And then stick back inside and stay tight to that defense or that linebacker, and then boom, go take an absolute shot on the quarterback. Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts. Share with your friends and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. Oh, man. It's another speed rush here. Gets us sacked, I think, on third and long right here, or second and long, 2nd and 4. We give up a hold. That's what it was, not a sack. All right, let's coach up the young blood out here. Michael Carroll, true freshman from IMG Academy, out here trying to get it done against Dylan Stewart. Here's all I could think about last night, all right, when I was watching this. When he gives us our chest, or his chest like that, we got to get one quick stab right into the chest plate. Just one quick one, and just give him a little something to reset his motion. Because what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to ghost with the long arm, and then he's going to ultimately try to sink a rip on your outside shoulder. Do we all see that right hand? He's trying to flash towards our chest. You're going to see within a half a second, he pulls that sucker back down. And now we're going to see, we're trying to work that outside move and dig that rip. Guys, we got a lot of chest right here to take advantage of. All right, now used to, we'd fire with 2. Nowadays, they're teaching independent hand fighting striking, right? Independent hand fighting striking means, oh, he gave me his chest. Wham! Give him a nice one. Wham! Hit him right in the chest. Throw him off of his rush just a little bit. And now we've disrupted the timing of his movement. Do we all understand that? Guys, these guys are counting steps. 1, 2, 3, false, dip. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been practicing these moves all damn summer. No different than you've been practicing your 3-step kick. All right? So when we get into our 3-step, 1, 2, get him one. Get him off of his rush path. And then we might have a chance to win. Instead, we get him all the way to the pass point, right? We get him all the way to the point where we got to open our gate and let him past us, and now we're sinking a hold, all right? We're definitely going to get called for a hold when our hands are up that high on his face. To me, premier pass rushers are like premier bucket getters. They get extra attention from the referees. They just do. Everyone knows they're great, so people watch them. 6 has been getting home quickly all game long, so the white hat back there is a little prone to do some of that, right? towards number 6. Bucket getters and sack guys, they going to have the referee's attention. And at this point, I was about to tweet out, uh-oh, you in trouble, because this is a 3rd and 10, and this kid has hit this ball in his damn sleep this year. This dig right here to Jeremy Bernard, and we just sail it out of nowhere for no specific reason. I don't know. This was when I was like, all right, well, they're just having a bad day, right? I mean, that dude has hit that ball 100% of the time this year on this channel. Hasn't he, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Now, I know he's a 68% this year. He's not like a 74% guy, but we know he's driving the ball down the field. But this one has been, this type of throw has been 100% for these guys, and we're just sailing it, just airmailing it a little bit. Clean pocket, though, first time all day, it felt like. Oh, because they wrapped Dylan Stewart, and we finally got it picked up. Great job out here. This is a great play by Jalen Kilgore right here, but, son, you are beat. You are absolutely beat. It's a great recovery here from number 24. Oh, wrong play. Let's go to 49. I thought this was PI, personally. I don't. What you tell me what you thought, Jonathan. This is the one-on-one shot down here to the bottom to Jeremy. This looked like OPI or a DPI to me. Yeah. But I will say this: ever since the Auburn game, I feel like Auburn Georgia games, I feel like SEC referees have been letting the boys play. What do you think? That LSU A&M game felt like it was brutal. I felt like there were OPIs. I felt like there was a targeting on the sideline that got missed in that A&M game. I feel like people are just letting them play because if we swallow the whistle, we're less likely to get shit on. Is that the way it normally works? Yeah, I mean, if we just let the boys play, you know, even remember the Titans is down for that. Yeah, that's OPI to me. Great play, though. Speaking of great play, great play 24, but you are indeed beat. I think this is him right here at safety. No, that's him in the nickel over here. You can always tell by their drip, Jonathan. Mm-hmm. You know? That's Kilgore over there in the nickel, and he is ran by, son. Whoa! But we make a great play, getting our hand up and tipping that football. Again, just moments of clarification that this was not a very clean football game or perfect football game for Alabama. Things didn't necessarily go your way until the very end of the ball game. I mean, we're a fingertip from this being a touchdown. It's perfectly designed. Got a dig to take away the safety. Oh, great play, 24. And again, look how much they're struggling with speed. Just pushing him right off of his spot. And you know what else you noticed in this football game? Because they were struggling with speed so much, he wasn't 5-step dropping no more. It became 3-step, step up, find some work, right? I don't think I saw him do this, which to me, this is second-guessing a throw. I don't think I've seen him do this all year. Look, we're going to pull that ball back down and then throw the same route. You see that, Jonathan? I have not seen this as a timing route, too. I think it's an out route from the number 2 wide receiver. If my memory serves me correct, I think we're working an out here from Jeremy. This is not a, hey, see it when it's open type of throw. This is throw it before it's open type of throw. And we double clutch this thing. I hadn't seen this from him all year of I don't trust what I'm seeing, right? I'm either playing too early or I don't trust what I'm seeing. I had not seen this from this guy all year. Or maybe we just think the guy's going to jump and get into the pass lane. Maybe that's what we're trying to avoid. I'm okay with that. Dylan Stewart's 6'6", and I'm sure can dunk several basketballs. But he's probably up there pretty high. Still manages to win with the arm right there. It's a great job. Again, we've had Ty Simpson miss a wide open dig that probably would have been a 30-yard explosive, and now we're about to have Jeremy Bernard drop a slant. This was an uncharacteristic football game, in my opinion, for a guy who's been watching Alabama closer than I would argue any media person in the world right about now. Maybe except Clint Lamb. He seems to be locked in. Mesh return, right? Been running a lot of mesh in college football lately, right? Mesh Z-spot. About a little mesh return, Jonathan. How about we run these guys in and then whip them back out? Everybody's running a little mesh return nowadays. I feel like Shannon Dawson broke the internet with this one several weeks ago. You know what I love about this, Jonathan? It's a winner versus man, and it's a winner versus zone, right? We're going to, against man, we got them beat because they're going to chase the mesh, aren't they? All right, against zone, we still have an opportunity to win as long as we sit down in between these two hook curl defenders, which is exactly what 80 does, and we get it completed. I think they rushed for 52 yards in this football game. This is the main problem. It's what we talked about earlier. They are not efficient in the run game. So they do not feel as if they can lean on it. They don't feel like they can be and remain disciplined in it. This is an 8-yard chunk, and honestly, it's one of their best runs of the day. All right? They averaged, I think, 3 yards a carry maybe in this football game, Jonathan. I think they were like 18 for 52 or something like that. It was not great. All right? But if I were your run game coordinator, our run game would be predicated off 72's an animal and 74's never losing a rundown block. What do you got?
3.1.
3.1. All right, again, if I'm designing run game, it's going to be off this guy's ability to move people against their will, his ability to help out, but really this guy's athleticism, which is on display right here. Great job by Parker finding the most dangerous man out in the alley and putting him on his back. But it's not only that, the run game creates balance, but their explosive passing game, in my opinion, is built off play action. All right, it's built off getting people committed to the box, committed to the run, like this right here. That's a commitment, right? This looks like man-to-man coverage out here. This is a sole commitment to the box. And we do not create chunks offensively consistently without that. All right? This is a prime example of it. Play action, get the ball out to Ryan Williams. Now we got one-on-one. All right, this turns into 65-yard explosives sometimes. Because this guy with the rock right now, though he might not catch it clean every single time, the moment it's in his hands, he's trouble. Okay? And this was the point in their football game, and Alabama fans have heard it, right? Your football coach talking about getting your offense to stack plays. Put one play after the other, continue to stack them. I think they're best in their operation, or at least they're most comfortable in their operation when they've got, 10, 12 play drives. And this is, again, selling that screenplay, and then we're going to hook up with a little hitch into a zone right here, or try to. All right, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get Ryan down here for an explosive, maybe Jeremy down here for an explosive, and worst case scenario, we'll check the ball down to the back. They flood the zone, right? They flood the zone. They flood a lot of bodies into it. Now we've got the check down here into the flat. Just stacking plays. Just staying ahead of the sticks, avoiding penalties. That's the other problem with this method of we're going to be a 10-play hold the football team. You're bound to have a negative. You're bound to have a false start on the road. You're bound to have a hold. That's why offensive coordinators prefer to be explosive. They'd rather score right now, This was very, very interesting to me because, look, I'm not paid to scout these guys. I mean, I guess I am. You guys show up and y'all subscribe. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. But I'm not paid to study these guys and make analytical decisions based off their personnel. But if I was, I'm going to tell you right now, if that guy's ever lined up back there, we are red alert, high alert. The nuclear war chest is ready to go out. Like we are screaming, where's number 5? Where's number 5? Where's number 5? You know why? Because the SOB probably getting the ball. I mean, he's never not. You know what I mean? He's never not back there for no reason, which they're going to motion him out. How does this happen? He's their best player. He's their entire offense right now. The quarterback and number 5. And for the love of God, can 2 create an explosive? That is their offense. And the idea that we do not have eye discipline on number 5 out of the backfield blows my mind. I'm betting it's on you. Aren't you, Jonathan?
Yep.
Based off the motion, based off the fact that he is very obviously showing body signs that he is coming. Yeah, there we go. Ridiculous. It was amazing to see Ryan Grubb just absolutely fail in the NFL because I think he's really good. What have I always said about coordinators? You're going to show me what you're worth on 2 points and in the red zone inside the 10, in my opinion. Right? Everything you do inside the 20s is just like standard offense. You're moving the ball. Great. Most defenses allow you to move the ball. They just don't allow you to get beyond them. You see what I'm saying? So most defenses want you to walk the ball nowadays. So if you walk the ball, that's all fine and dandy. But when you get down here, how deep is your bag? And this is a deep-ass bag right here. We're going to motion the quarterback and the running back into a wildcat, all right, and then give jet action with the quarterback. And he's a quarterback, and this is a handoff. So what can he do, Jonathan? He can throw the ball. Eye discipline all out of whack over here from every South Carolina defender that is there, which tells me they did not rep it. Because how could you? Probably haven't been shown on tape all year. Again, it doesn't matter. It does matter if you can't run the ball. But all that really matters is in the fourth quarter, can we go finish drives? Can we maintain the ability to be balanced in the midst of a fourth quarter with some run game? And their base play, in my opinion, is duo. And it goes back to this guy. They're going to attack him. They're going to find ways to run back beyond his crease, right? So they're running split zone duo right here, and they're just cutting it off 74's butt every single time. You know what I mean? And I do think they're that good. I think he's that good in the run game. He can be ran around in pass protection, there's no doubt. But he doesn't lose rundown snaps. So just find ways to run behind him, and then when you want to break tendencies, pull Parker and just get outside, but don't do nothing else because everything else is relatively inefficient. This stuff is efficient, right? And they continue to stack plays when they have this opportunity to do so. Now, again, what do you see? I see a heavy commitment to the box yet again right here. A heavy commitment to the box. I bet we're throwing. Yes, we are. Boom. Great little hookup right there in zone coverage, and now we got a first down, right? 1st and 10, run 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Hook up in a soft zone coverage. Boom, first down, moving the sticks. Stacking plays, as Kalen DeBoer would say. Last one I got for you. I don't necessarily agree with this decision. Shane Beamer said they let them score, Coach. I don't know about you, Jonathan. I don't know about you, Coach Shane Beamer. But I've watched a lot of Alabama football this year, and the idea that the kicker might pull one left from 30 yards out, not all that rare. I didn't think. Not all that rare. You know what is rare? Scoring a touchdown in under 46 seconds at South Carolina this year. Rare as shit. Rare as shit. All right, so, hey, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you hit that thumbs up button. We'll let you see this play one time on the way out. But they're letting them score. They have no, especially at safety. Once he got out of the box, they're just letting him score. It also looks to me, I think number 1 decides to let him score. I don't know if anybody else is. You know what I mean? I think everybody else is confused. That's what I think. You tell me, Jonathan. Do we see guys spamming the dive button, or do we see guys not fitting the run properly? I see number 1 spamming the dive button like you do in NCAA when you're pissed off and you're giving up scores. All right? But I think these guys over here, they're misfitting that. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Couple of things. Definitely got to get the speed rush thing figured out. But you're not going to play somebody like that again, are you? We talked about it last night on the show. Y'all faced 5 of these jokers in 3 weeks. Jordan Ross, my man Joshua Josephs, Damon Wilson, Zion Young, and then this cat, Dylan Stewart. Those 5 in 3 weeks, that's hellfire for any offensive line group. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Love you. Bye.